Okay, welcome back. What I want to look at is two-way and intermediate lighting circuit. Okay, now what I want you to be aware of is this is just the supply coming in to your mains. Now treat this as a loop-in connection block within your ceiling rolls. Okay, and that's what I want you to bear in mind. Now this is your supply. Obviously you have your blue, brown and your earth conductor. Okay, now ignore this because this will just simply be another source of supply going off to another ceiling rolls. We don't need to be concerned about that. All we need to look at is the unit to which we are going to be dealing with, and that is just the two-way and intermediate lighting circuit. So treat this as your ceiling rolls unit, the connector block, and all I've done is to simply take it out of the ceiling rolls to make it more clearer. Here obviously is our lamp, and you notice that it has neutral and live conductor and your earth, of course. Okay, now bear in mind that here what they've done here, they've identified this blue with a red, well, brown I should say, brown tag to indicate that it is part of the switch or the live circuit. Okay, and for those of you who have done the practical in the lab, you should be familiar with how this works. This is your two-way circuit. Let me rephrase that, one two-way switch. Okay, this is your intermediate switch, okay, with the 4 connections, and this is your second two-way switch. Okay, now in some cases here you have a single gang, or you may have a 2-gang switches in place. Be aware of that because you may need to switch another light on outside, or you may have to switch another light on somewhere else within your stairs or your landing vicinity. Okay, so in some cases these won't always be 1 gang, there can be 2 gang as well. Now that's about it actually. Now what I strongly suggest that you do in order to get familiar with this is to draw these diagrams out and label them, okay, collectively. Okay, draw diagrams out and label them. Let me just see if we can make this a little bit larger. If it will give me a 200 amplification without losing any detail. Let me just have a look at that. Okay, that seems that it might do that actually. So let's see if we can bear with me again. Okay, just make sure we get everything in play. Okay, still looking at the two-way and intermediate. Okay, and again I've made it simple larger so you can hopefully get all the details in. Okay, this is a two-way lighting circuit here, and again you'll notice that we have our loop-in method here. Okay, and again from supply adjacent ceiling rolls or from your distribution consumer unit. Okay, again here we're just simply showing an extension of the unit if need be to somewhere else. Okay, but we're not going to be concerned with that. We're only concerned with the unit as it stands for this moment in time in regards to the two-way lighting circuit which we're going to be dealing with. Okay, and here you have our double pole switch They'll both be double pole switches, okay? And again, these, in this case, they're single gang, okay? Okay, you can see that here, how this is connected. Okay. Now be aware that this could be twin and earth. If it's twin and earth, red and brown and blue, then you may need to put a sleeve on it, on one of the, on the blue cable, to indicate that it is a live conductor. Okay, so bear that in mind, that you may need to apply the correct sleeving to identify these cables, because these would actually be carrying some form of current, because this would be your loop, or I should say your strappers cable between your two switches. It's okay. I'm just trying to make sure that the right terminology is used for you young guys today, because some of you may not even know that there is an earth running in this here, in your twin cables these days. So be aware of that. Okay. Let me just go back a little bit, make sure we got everything in case I had anything out of place. So now again, you need to draw these out for yourselves. Stop the video, pause it, draw it out, pencil and paper, write the text up in pen. Okay. And all I've done here is to give you an illustration as to what a ring main would be like. Okay, now kindly remember that your ring main loops into your socket, then it loops out to the next socket, and it returns to the original point of origin. Okay, so here it will loop into, come from here into here, into here, loop from here to here, loop from here to your next socket, loop from here to next socket, then loop again from here to your next socket, and loop from here to your next socket. Now in this case we've got 2, 4, 6 sockets in the ring main, and then it will loop from here back to the exact terminal point that feeds your socket outlet originally. So it will come back to the 32 amp circuit breaker and to the same neutral point on the board and the same earth point on the board. Okay, they must not be separated. Okay, that completes your ring main circuit. That all outgoing and returns must return to this original point of origin. I did have some circuits drawn some time ago, but I was trying to have a look to see if I could make this any clearer, but they have probably disintegrated over the years now. But again, remember that these two brown, this brown and this brown here, would come back to the same fuse point, miniature circuit breaker at the same point. The neutral also will come to the same point in the same hole, if you like, of your neutral bar. The earth will come back to the same hole in your earth bar. Okay, nothing less. Okay, let's see. I think that's it for now. Okay. Yes. Okay, let's just go back, make sure that we have everything in. Okay, and that we can. And again here, I'm simply looking at the ring main circuit. Now again, remember that in regards to the IET regs, the ring main circuit, what you can take off the ring main circuit is unlimited. Now that was up to the 17th edition that I've read, and I believe it is still the same now as well in the 18th edition. Well, I did look at it a couple of weeks ago. Okay. All I'm doing to make sure that we have all the information in. Now draw the diagrams out for yourselves. Draw them out. When you go to the workshop and you're actually putting the circuits together yourselves, make sure you draw out the diagram so you can understand it. So when you come to my classroom or anybody else's classroom and they say, draw me the circuit for a one-way lighting circuit or a two-way intermediate lighting circuit, you know how to do it. Get it done. Okay, that will be it for now. Gentlemen, ladies, and all in betweeners, have a good night. Thank you. Bye-bye.